All right, fellas, we are in Burkina Faso. Here's Burkina Faso. The map. Beautiful place, lovely people. Extremely hot. Yeah, that place is very hot. My experience in that place was really, really nice. Very good people, very good hearted. The food was tremendously delicious. Like, amazing. There's a specific dish, I think it's called poulet à l'ail. Poulet à l'ail just means, in English, chicken garlic or garlic chicken. That thing was crazy. I almost bit my tongue off. I'm telling you, I'll go back there anytime. I had an amazing feeling, amazing reception, extremely welcoming people, like very soft-hearted. I don't know. If I could, I would probably just get married there and live there forever. If I could, but I can't. Okay. You maybe can. You're from America. You want some laid-back, easy, no problem kind of people, go to Burkina Faso. And some of you guys that like to favor is a word used in South African community, describing a person that likes multiple partners. Anyway, they don't like multiple partners, but they are polygamous. There's a difference between doing multiple partners, playing around, and being polygamous. Playing around is illegal, it's not nice, it's very dangerous. Polygamous is well maintained, cultural, traditional. There are procedures on how to. Yeah, Burkina Faso is one of the countries that accept polygamy. So if that is something you and your girl entertain, maybe you should go to Burkina Faso. Anyway, let's get back on track. Burkina Faso, beautiful place, lovely people. The authorities of Burkina Faso have banned temporarily a few media outlets from broadcasting in the country, and these media outlets are. Do you know which they are? Of course, they are foreign, Western media outlets. We're going to find out very quickly. Burkina Faso's authority have suspended further foreign medias over the reporting of alleged massacre. I can't say the full words because we're getting sanctioned, but I know you're very intelligent, you'll understand. So because of the alleged massacre of hundreds of civilians by the Burkinabe army. So these outlets have accused the Burkina Faso current government of civilians for no good reason. The decision was announced in a statement over the weekend, days after the military government suspended the BBC, Voice of America, and international watchdog Human Rights Watch, halting broadcast and blocking websites after the latest catching report on Thursday. Human Rights Watch accused troops of unaliving 223 people in an attack in two villages in a West African country. I think we understand. The Burkinabe government, which is a very young government right now, that toppled the previous president because he was working for the interests of some Western nations. This young president, 36 years old, Ibrahim Traoré, has been in power for a very short period of time, but has made tremendous change. Burkina Faso was at war. It still is at war right now against terrorists in the northern side of the country. And right now they are fighting very, very hard to try to push the terrorists back. Burkina Faso for the longest time was a peaceful country. But there was a moment where Gaddafi, I'm sure you heard about this, a great person, great leaders of Africa, president or ex-leader of Libya, lovely person who did some of the most amazing things ever. I suggest you go have a look at one of the videos we made about Gaddafi so you can learn about this person. Western nation didn't like the fact that Gaddafi was doing tremendous things for his country, allowing his people to get married and receive $5,000 after getting married. Imagine that. You get married, you get $5,000 for free. You don't pay tax in Libya. They never pay tax. Government pays you money every month, every time they sell oil, because it was such a rich country, abundant in oil. Every time government sold oil, everybody got something from that. Imagine that. Amazing, isn't it? The country was dry, no water. And this president, Gaddafi, I'm sure you heard about him, but you've heard about him in negative things, negative points. That's what they do. They're going to tarnish your image, make you look like an evil person. In reality, this is what I say. When you hear them talk about somebody in a very neutral, negative word, pay very attention and do your own research about that person. So they took out Gaddafi because Gaddafi was too good, but he wasn't a democracy. The goal was to bring capitalism into that country. capitalism in Libya was imperative, and they needed to discourage all African nations from following suit with Muammar Gaddafi, for trying to make the countries like Muammar Gaddafi. They took him out. By taking him out, they brought in what today have become terrorists in those regions. Those are the same terrorists attacking Burkina Faso, the same terrorists attacking Mali, the same terrorists bothering Niger. And after the terrorists came into these countries, guess what happened? France said, hey, you know what? We can come and help you fight the terrorists. Forgetting that their former president, Nicolas Sarkozy, alongside Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, were the ones that actually toppled Gaddafi and therefore starting this flow of many terrorists. Now, let's go very fast because I cannot explain everything because we're running out of time. Anyway, the newest government in Burkina Faso have toppled the previous president because he wasn't working very hard to chase terrorists. So, I said earlier, France asked Burkina Faso and these other countries, Mali and Niger, can I send my troops into your country so we can help you fight terrorists that we created, many experts believe. They let them in. But unfortunately, so many years have passed, but terrorism is not ending. It looks like they're getting stronger, they're getting more weapons. And some experts feel like, how come the terrorists are getting stronger? Where are they getting the brand new weapons from? Unless, somebody's giving it to them. Now, the new government in Burkina Faso said to the French people, you can take your troops and leave. We can do this ourselves. We don't need you anymore. Okay? Oh, no, we want to stay. No, we want to. They told them, no, sir. You're supposed to be the doctor. Now, if I come to a doctor with a disease or a problem, I expect the doctor to help me. Now, if I try with one doctor after 6 months, 6 months is too long. After 3 days, I feel like things are not changing. What do? I go find another doctor for a second opinion. Now, please pack your stuff and leave. The French people have left. They have left, but now many people believe they still, behind the curtains, furnishing, issuing, giving these rebels and terrorists equipment, intelligence services against these legitimate governments. Now, all these media outlets are foreign media outlets. BBC, Voice of America, International Watchdog Human Rights are all reporting against the Burkina Faso government, saying that they are unaliving civilians. They're accusing them of being terrorists. Are they telling the truth? We don't know, because I wasn't there, neither were you. But what we know for sure is, do they have good things to say about the Burkina Faso's new government after this one kicked the French out of the country? Most likely not. Okay, so it's up to you to weigh the goods and the bad and pull your own conclusion. Are they telling the truth about what's happening on board, what's happening in the country? We don't know about that. Now, the government has refuted. They say this is absolutely not. It's incorrect. It's a lie. We have not done anything such as unaliving civilians. The people we are dealing with right now are terrorists. Therefore, they decided to shut them down. You will not publish anything until, further notice. No more broadcasting in our country, because the things you are saying are just negative. You're just bashing our military, criticizing our soldiers and our tactics. We're not about our life. Yes, it's their country. They can choose to do so. Well, most likely not. But can they do it? Well, Europe has done it before. Remember RT, the Russian outlet? It shut down in Europe. You can't play it. They shut them down because they had a different narrative. They were not talking about things the way CNN and RFE and France International were talking. So they had to stop them, disallowing people to pull their own conclusion on things. I mean, even when you go to court, you have the accused and the defense. Everybody has to bring their side of the story for the judge to come up with a conclusion. Now, Western nations shut down RT from Russia. It doesn't work, it doesn't function. Even YouTube shut them down.
We will ban in the European Union the Kremlin's media machine. The state-owned Russia Today and Sputnik, as well as their subsidiaries, will no longer be able to spread their lies to justify Putin's war and to sow division in our union. So we are developing tools to ban that toxic and harmful disinformation in Europe in another unprecedented step.
I can tell you directly, not a single British media outlet will work in our country if they shut down RT.
Now, if you can do that, do you have the moral grounds to ask Burkina Faso why they shut down BBC and human rights and stuff like that? And another question comes, I mean, where are human rights and BBCs and all of them in Gaza? I mean, we need them in Gaza. Talk about Gaza, they're not there. They are not there. Now, anyway, you tell me how you feel about this. I mean, Ibrahim Traoré, this young, good-looking man, 36 years old. I don't know if he's married, though. You never know. Go to Burkina Faso, you could be a lucky winner and marry the president. No, just joking. So, you tell me how you feel about this. Is he right or wrong? Great. Let's move to the next country. Central Africa, fellas. I'm sure you've heard about this before, but I'm not sure you heard about this because we don't talk about this very often. Yes, there's a country named Central Africa, just like there's a country named South Africa. But no, there is no country named North Africa. There is Central Africa, beautiful place, lovely people. So one of the ex-presidents has been accused for human rights violations. Okay, his name is Bouzizi. A US-backed court has issued a warrant of arrest against Central African Republic former President Francois Bouzizi over possible crime against humanity committed by the nation's military between 2009 and 2013. Yes, you know your past always comes back. You must be very careful. And yeah, this is very clear, and especially ladies, okay? Your past will come back to you. I'm telling you, trust me. Yeah, it's nice now, it feels good. Make sure it's legal, make sure it's dignified. Because anyway, let's get back to church, because I see the feminists getting worked up. Anyway, I don't care. But we're here. Thank you for being here. So this ex-president is accused of many things. Alleged crime includes, enforced disappearance. I can't say the word because we're getting sanctioned. When a man forces him, all that stuff. Crazy stuff. To be honest with you, Human Rights Watch, they talk about many things. Sometimes they do things right. Sometimes they shut up. Where are they in Gaza? That's a big question. But I definitely think if this president did negative things like that, he should be brought to justice. He should be, he should pay for the crimes he's done in the past. Absolutely. And I think if this is the case, if you're from Central Africa, please let us know. If you feel like this is the right thing to do, let us know. We really want to know from you. Thank you very much. Good news, fellas. I know we're talking about negative things today, but some good news. Tanzania shut down hydroelectric station over excess power generation. You ever heard of that before? They've shut down the power electric grid because there's too much power. Congratulations. Tanzania is a lovely place, great people, very friendly. I love it. So the Tanzanian Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa today said that the Tanzanian government has shut down 5 hydroelectric stations. Fellas, 5 have been shut down across the country due to excess electricity production. They have so much electricity, they shut down 5 grids. Have you heard of that before? I know the narrative is Africa is dark, people have no electricity, they eat small portions of food. But look at Tanzania now. 5 electric grids have been shut down because they have too much power.
Electricity generation has exceeded the electrical needs. Let's have a round of applause to congratulate ourselves. This is a step we have been waiting for a long time, and our fellow Tanzanians will be encouraged by this news.
Now, this has come across because of a brand new electric station has been built. Okay, the move comes as the recently completed Mwalimu Nyerere hydroelectric station, the country's largest power plant, has generated enough electricity to meet the demand of major cities like commercial capital of Dar es Salaam. Fellas, it feels good to see things like this. They built a big power grid. They used to have multiple power grids, smaller ones. Now they've built a big one in the name of Mwalimu Nyerere, who's an old liberator, one of the freedom fighters of Tanzania, very respectable human being. They've honor to him. They built this grid. This is so powerful, it can furnish electricity, enough of it in the bigger cities of Tanzania. That's lovely. So that means they don't need to use 5 other hydroelectric power. But I think it's an opportunity for other African nations who are still struggling with electricity. How about Tanzanians be selling electricity? That's a good opportunity to sell electricity to other African countries. There's also the DRC that has the biggest hydroelectric barrage in Africa, at least. Could be the biggest in the world. They have enough capacity to produce enough electricity for the whole of Africa. But this project can never be finished because the West doesn't want you to finish it. They don't want you to have electricity because this will transform that country into becoming a superpower. So much money, so much opportunities, and giving African nations so much power. You know, it's against their project, their ambition of moving people into soft power and energy. They don't like that. Anyway, fellas, it's always a great pleasure. Let me know how you feel about this. The country of Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso, has suspended the media outlet from saying things. I mean, sometimes they say things that are true, sometimes they lie, and sometimes they feel the need to shut them down. Do you feel this is right, to shut media outlet down, stop them from speaking when it goes against the narrative that's beneficial to the government, taking into consideration the fact that Europe shut down RT of Russia? This is not special to Africa. Number 2 was Central Africa, where ex-president Bozize is going to be brought to justice for things he's done in the past. Again, fellas, make sure you take care of your present, because your present is going to bite you in the future. Number 3 was Tanzania, with a brand new grid, electric power, allowing Tanzanian people to enjoy freedom in electricity. Netflix and chill. Do you Netflix and chill in Tanzania, though? Let me know how you feel about this. I want to know if you Netflix and chill, though. God bless.